All right. Let me get it up there. Let me get the phone number up there. Let me get the phone number up there. I damn near know about heart now, Chad. Call in. Call in. There we go. Boom. Start Q&A. Pull it up to the side, man. All right, man. How do I do the intro? Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? They talking about arrest Obama is trending. Trump post Obama being arrested, and this is the Trump Revenge Tour. It has begun. It has started. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, leftist, Marxist, independent, straight up and down the middle. I don't care if you don't even like me, man. Get your ass in here because we calling out all this shit tonight. We finna talk about it, man. Trump's revenge tour. He wants Schiff gone. He wants Obama gone. He talking about the woman and all the money that she got, man. Oh, hey, man, we know that tomorrow we should get an update on the Epstein files, the grand jury testimony. I said it's going to be a big nothing burger, and now more than ever, I think it's going to be a nothing burger because we got Obama under fire for being prosecuted. We got the Schiff guy under fire for being prosecuted. Hold on, let me pull up the Trump. Man, I had to download a damn Truth Social today. I had to get Truth Social today, man, to see what the hell is going on. Samantha Power, he want to know how she got her money. They got Susan Rice up here, Valerie Jarrett, James Clapper, James Comey, John Brennan, Barack Obama, and Ben Rose, man. Double tap the screen, shut alive out, man. They saying that 5 Democrats have pled the fifth on something, man. We finna find out, man. Hold on. You said who's arresting Obama? What do you mean? What do you mean who's arresting Obama? Trump got an AI video of Obama getting arrested right now, man. They is finna arrest Obama. They damn sure finna try to. This is the Trump Revenge Tour. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. Now you hear this creator saying Trump Revenge Tour, that creator. We coined that shit. We started the Trump Revenge Tour here. We the first to say that shit, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out, man. We finna get straight into it before we even start anything else. Where my intro mode at, man? Where that baby go there, man? We finna get it cracking in here, man. Trump Revenge Tour has begun. Trump Revenge Tour has begun. Court, what it do, Court?
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say they ain't got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Georgia. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. That bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spread. I'm a master with the head. Don't let me social food. You these niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Talk to blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good on my tongue. I know the night's still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know that how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 that equal 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brother them just got like 100 on me, they tryna get them gone. Went to college at wet, what's the name? And he put it in his song. Brother them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brother cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I feel like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the littest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and sum me up like be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. We already rocking and rolling. Court, welcome back, Court. Art of War, what it do? The War Rig said, are you a Trump supporter? I'm a supporter of America, baby. I support America, baby. I know, Court, you miss us, man. We miss you too. We finna get straight into it, man. I'm on True Social. It's trending right now on all platforms. Arrest Obama. There is a large outcry for arrest Obama. They want Obama arrested over there on the right, man. I told y'all what was finna go on. It's gonna be a big nothing burger tomorrow. We got the grand jury testimony coming for the Epstein case. Trump said, tell Bundy to find out everything that was pertinent, send it over to the courts, and have the courts release it. We know the courts can't release it. We know the courts can't release it. The courts gonna have to jump through hoops and hurdles to release it. They're gonna be trying to sue the United States of America if they release those files. We know. So he's setting us up for this nothing burger. Now, is all of this shit important? Is if the Schiff guy did fraud to get what he had to get, is that important? Yeah, he need to be held accountable. Is Obama with this Russian collusion, if this shit is going on and he really set a task force aside with the FBI and all these things to try to usurp Trump? That is a big problem. I don't know what they trying to say. This Sarah lady did something about some money that she stole. If she did that, they need to be held accountable. But right here, right now, man, it's gonna be a big nothing burger tomorrow. This is setting us up for it. Tomorrow, we not gonna get nothing. You said this is a different kind of grill. Couldn't go to college and get a proper job. How about this? How about you go home? How about you get the fuck out my chat? Lala, get Bucci out my damn face, man. Bucci didn't know how to come in here and sit down and have a good time. Bucci want to come here and get some attention, so we gonna give him all the attention. Let's see how many accounts you come back on, Bucci, because I'm finna keep talking about your ass, right? This how I know you gonna come back, because you gonna think I'm gonna talk about you for the next hour, because I will do that to somebody, you know, and then you're gonna be blocked, so you're not gonna be able to hear me talking about you. So you know that what that's gonna make you do, it's gonna make you go create another account. And when you create another account, you're gonna come back here and be like, oh, you blocked me, and I'm gonna block your ass again. Then you're gonna have to go make another account, and I'm gonna block that one too, man. I'm not bullshitting with you, man. You said arrest the people from Epstein's Island? Yeah, straight up. They said it was over 40 witnesses. We watched the Tucker Carlson Daryl Cooper interview earlier. They said from the very, very beginning they had 40 people testify. So it's 40 witnesses. They didn't say 40 victims. They said 40 witnesses. So we already know it's 40 people that either was involved or turned the damn blind eye. Now, what do we see with the Diddy case? Didn't the Southern District of New York get up there and said that everybody turned the blind eye was going to be held accountable? That's why we not finna get no names, chat. Let me tell you. That's why we not finna get no names, chat. Because everybody on that list has to be held accountable. If something was going on, some children were there, and you turned a blind eye, whether you was involved or not, if you turned a blind eye, your ass in trouble. That's why they not finna let this shit go out. What did they say with the Diddy case? If there was any servers there, any waiters there, any maids there, the DJs, whoever was there was gonna be held accountable. They lied. But same situation. If we got 40 plus witnesses, that means it was 40 people that knew what the hell was going on. That means it was 40 people that was around that shit going on. That means it could have been up to 40 people that turned the damn blind eye. And we not gonna get no arrest. That's why we got this Obama debacle going. Like I said, this Obama shit important. That's why we got this Schiff shit going on. Like I said, this Schiff shit important. That's why we got these emails coming back up. That shit important. That's why we got this Autopen coming up. That shit important. But we ain't gonna get shit from them Epstein files tomorrow. I see it already. The writing's on the wall. We not finna get shit. You say 40 organizations? Damn. Straight up. You said, I bet they get aired out. Stocks plummet, interest rates and inflation goes crazy. They not finna get aired out. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Inflation might go crazy, but Jerome Powell said he not finna drop shit. That's why Trump is trying to get Jerome Powell out of there right now. What did they say? They looking at that 2.5 billion that they was using to make the new building over there, the federal chair and them. They was making a new building over there and they got 2.5 billion. Trump said we need to investigate that shit for fraud. If Jerome Powell's found doing some kind of fraud, Trump can then get his ass up out of there. He has to have a reason to fire him. This $2.5 billion building might be a reason to fire him. And that's the only way interest rates is finna just drop like that. Trump and Jerome Powell into it right now. I don't know if y'all know that. Like, shit, y'all haven't seen it. Jerome Powell was trying his best not to say recession. Jerome Powell was trying his best not to say stagflation. Jerome Powell was screaming at the top of his lungs, let's not do the damn tariffs. The tariffs are here. Reports are coming out that tariffs are working, but Trump is telling Jerome Powell, hey, we need to cut rates now. Jerome Powell like, shit, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Jerome Powell might be ready to let this shit crash and burn. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Jerome Powell might be ready to let this shit crash and burn. You said that's the Dr. Pepper word. I ain't got no Dr. Pepper in the motherfucker. You said talk slower. Okay. I can talk a little slower, but most of the time I talk really slow. So I probably try to overcompensate for how slow I normally talk. You know, I be, talking a little slow. You said Trump should be put in jail for what he did. Okay. You said you love Dr. Pepper. I ain't all that big on Dr. Pepper, man. They not finna release the Epstein files. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. This is what Trump said about Adam Schiff 3 hours ago. Trump been going crazy on Truth Social all day. It said, the internet is terrible. It's giving so many idiots a voice. I believe that. It says Adam Schiff is in big trouble. He falsified loan documents. He once said my son will go to prison on a scam that Schiff, along with other crooked Dems, illegally manufactured in order to stage an actual coup. My son did nothing wrong. Know nothing about the fictional story. It was an American tragedy. Now Shifty should pay the price of prison for a real crime, not one made up by the corrupt accusers. Man, how do I haven't been on Truth Social, so I don't even know how to look at the damn replies. How the hell do I look at the replies? Here we go. It says new transcripts show that Schiff knew there was no Russia collusion, but he lied anyway. That's what is being posted on there. It says, Adam Schiff, we the people watched you lie, slander, manipulate, gaslight, and commit treason against us, our president, and the republic. We demand your imprisonment. These are, I don't know what you call them, tweets from Truth Social. I don't know what the hell they call it. Retruce. I guess they're called truce. It said, they're saying that Adam Schiff destroyed January 6th evidence. That's what they're accusing him of. They're accusing him of destroying January 6th evidence, man. Wow, they're on here calling Obama thug nasty, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. They're on here calling Obama thug nasty, bro. Is that racist or not, Chad? Is that racist, them calling Obama thug nasty? Press 1 if y'all think that's racist, them calling Obama thug nasty. It says, we want to know why Adam Schiff has not been held accountable for the Russia hoax. Everyone on the January 6th committee should go to jail is what they're saying. It says Tulsi is a dream like American hero. God bless her and God bless Trump for appointing her to such a critical position. Now it's time for Pam Bondi to expedite charges, arrest Obama and all those involved. And this is what Tulsi Gabbard said. Their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people. No matter how powerful, every person involved in the conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The integrity of our democratic republic depends on it. We are turning over all documents to the DOJ for criminal referral. And then I'm sitting here looking at this video chat, like, I'm looking at the video that Trump posted of Obama going to jail. And then it's like some propaganda on here too. It is a lot of propaganda on Truth Social right here. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Where is it at? I'm trying to find, they got a montage, a mashup of saying people need to be held accountable to. Here it is.
Especially the president is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law. Nobody is above the law.
No one 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 is above.
They got pictures of everybody. They got Biden. They got It's looking like Westmore. They got everybody up here saying nobody's above the law. And now they're finna use that against them, man. Y'all double tap the screen. We need to get to 100 likes right quick. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free. We are monetized. If you become a member, you will have access to over 250 past live streams. I added 50 more live streams to the membership today. Tomorrow I'll add another 50 live streams. We do have super chats available to support the channel, and you can give memberships as well. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Let's get to 100 likes right quick. Let me see, man. Let me see, man. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. Y'all said it's an AI video. It is an AI video, but this is an AI video
Democrats or Republicans. It's not a Democrat or Republican
that
issue.
Trump
This is
posted on
an
his own
issue
social
with
media
such
platform.
significant impact.
Yes, it's AI, but do y'all not realize how the fundamentals have changed? The fundamentals of everything has changed, from voting to campaigning to reporting. Everything has fundamentally changed. We got AI. We have the sitting president posting an AI video of the former president being arrested on his own social media platform, on True Social. The fundamentals have shifted. I told y'all a long time ago, the right figured it out this last election cycle. The last election cycle was won by social media. The right figured it out, and they figured it out early. Now the left is playing catch up. You got Trump posting AI videos of Obama getting arrested on True Social. You got JD Vance up here calling Chinese peasants. You got videos of the Iran being bombed in AI. Like, it's just propaganda. Like this, the fundamentals have shifted. If the left doesn't get this shit together, they're done. They're done. Because the internet's gonna run it. This voter group is getting younger and younger. Y'all have to think. People say the internet doesn't matter. These opinions don't matter. Everybody wants to get on here and say this and say that. Y'all have to realize that's how y'all think. That's how y'all think. If you want to be with the times, if you want to be with the trend, this is for all you politicians out there. Listen closely. Message to America. I don't care if you Democrat, Republican, Independent, city council, local, whatever. The fundamentals have shifted. The kids that are 15 years old will be voting in the next presidential election. The 17-year-olds now will be voting in the midterms next year. Do y'all not realize how fast the internet moves? We on a YouTube Shorts feed right now. On average, people watch YouTube Shorts feeds for 1 minute. If you only getting 1 minute information, it's gotta be jam-packed. All of this slow talking and these hearings and the Democrats coming in with their damn tie buttoned all up like this, talking, monotone and shit, and all you hear is a bunch of papers shuffling and shit. Nobody wants that anymore. That shit's done. That shit is done. If you can't get somebody that can get in front of this camera and seem authentic to the people, if you can't play these games back and forth, if you don't know how to go viral and the algorithm, you will not win. Local level, state level, national level, you will not win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will not win. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all. All of that being professional, all of that being whatever, man, that shit is done. You gotta be able to get in the algorithm. Right now, the right has the algorithm up. All you see in the algorithm is arrest Obama, arrest Schiff. How did this woman get this much money? They got it. They have all the influencers on the right in the algorithm right now, kicking Obama head in, kicking Schiff head in, kicking everybody's head in on the left right now. And it was organized. It was organized. If you just look at this True Social post, his just feed, and you see it coming out slow drip, it's getting momentum. Other creators is picking it up. Now it's going viral. Now that he doubling down. Let's make another post. Obama, let's talk about Shift. Shift, let's talk about this, what's the woman name? Let's talk about Samantha Power. Let's talk about Susan. Let's talk about Val. It was Obama to start, and then once the ball got rolling, he just started adding names. I'm telling y'all, this the Trump revenge tour, and he understands the internet. The people around him understand the internet. I'm telling y'all. Why do y'all think when those right-wing creators was coming at him about the Epstein shit, he came out and said what? I made you. How could you go against me when I made you? I sat there and watched Trump take YouTube channels from 1 to 2 million subscribers to 3 to 4 million. I seen him take channels from 200,000-300,000 up into the millions. So when he say he made them, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with it. Especially the ones who meat eat, the ones who all they do is pull on it like they trying to milk a damn cow. He ain't lying, he made y'all. Straight up, he made y'all. I talk about Trump too. He got a lot to do with my damn YouTube going up. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of creators a step away from it. Shit, we talk about Trump, we talk about current events, we talk about entertainment, man. But these ones that pull on that udder every single day, like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. When he say, how could you go against me? I made you. I want to know how that felt. Minus all the money, minus all the clicks and views, minus all the likes. How does it feel when that man looked in the camera or typed it on True Social, however the fuck he put it out, and said, I made you. How could you go against me? I made you. How could you go against me? Now, we got the revenge tour going. Everybody's under fire. Literally, everybody's under fire. Hold on, I got a video I'm going to play before I take call-ins. Do I got the call lines open? All right, I got the call lines open now. The call lines are now open if y'all want to call in and have a convo with me. The phone number is right here, and it's pinned in the comments. I had a video I wanted to play. Where is the video? Where is the video? Here it goes.
Move on to the second biggest scandal in U.S. history after Russia collusion, the massive Democrat cover-up of Joe Biden's mental capacity and the use of the Autopen to shape and make U.S. policy.
They saying the Republicans demand arrest after another Biden aide pleads the fifth. They're talking about the Autopen and Biden's health.
That was Anthony Bernal, the chief of staff to former First Lady Jill Biden, refusing to answer any questions during a closed-door testimony before the House Oversight Committee, investigating former President Biden's mental health and his use of the Autopen during his term. On Friday, former Biden Deputy Chief of Staff, Annie Tomasini, became the third former White House aide.
Hey, y'all remember when Biden put on that MAGA hat? Y'all remember when they finessed Biden to put on that Trump hat, that MAGA hat? I just thought about that. I'm seeing him with a black hat on right now. I remember when they finessed Biden to put on that damn Trump hat. That shit was funny as hell.
This imperfect TX mama.
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Lisa, I'm over here in Texas. I don't know, with the Epstein file, I kind of wonder, is there even an Epstein file to release?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely an Epstein file to release. They said, I have it right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Do you think it's, more protecting maybe other people?
Oh, I'm finna pull it up right now. I got you. I just don't want to misquote it. I want to say it verbatim. It says this.
I've been paying attention. I'm like, I wonder, like,
This is
Because
what it
it's kind of weird.
says. This is how you know there are Epstein files. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin has raised concerns about the handling of Jeffrey Epstein-related files by the FBI, specifically alleging FBI personnel were instructed to flag any records mentioning President Donald Trump. Durbin, who leads the Senate Judiciary Committee, sent letters to key Justice Department and FBI officials, including Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel, demanding explanations regarding this directive. It says Durbin's inquiry focuses on why such a flagging directive was issued and what happened to the flagged records afterward. His office reportedly received this information from a protected FBI whistleblower disclosure. The senator also questioned Bondi about her earlier public statements regarding the existence of additional Epstein-related documents, including a purported client list, which the DOJ later claimed did not exist. Durbin's efforts aim to push for more transparency from the Justice Department regarding the handling of the Epstein investigation and any potential involvement President Trump. It also says that Dick Durbin wants to know what happened to the records, who handled the records, and who else's name was flagged. He's saying that if y'all flag Trump's name, the public needs to know who else's name was flagged in there, why their names were flagged, and what did you do with the flagged records.
Yeah, like, we can't just, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing. It's like, they just want to point out Trump, but it's like, at the same time, like, out everybody. You know, it's like, out everybody. The thing about it is, it's like, that world, like, there's many of us that will never even understand that world. Like, I'll never understand that world. You know, like, I'm from Texas. I want no part to do with New York City. But, like, or, like, the rich people like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like, it's like, I think just because, like, because, you know, there's those things that came out saying, like, oh, Trump sent a card or whatever, like, I don't know, stupid stuff. And it's like, okay, but that's normal business stuff, right? Like, it's like, if you are in this you know, this lifestyle of where you interact with top people who have money, business partners, dealings, like, I'm sure you probably rub elbows with a lot of people that you don't agree with what they do, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're involved in it, you know?
Correct, but this is different when we're talking about child. When we're talking about crimes against children, it's not a whether you agree or whether you disagree. It's kind of like if you turn a blind eye, you go to jail. If you knew
100%.
that children were being harmed and you turned a blind, whether you touched the kid or whether you looked at a kid or you didn't, if you knew this was going on and turned a blind eye, your ass is in trouble. That's why no names is going to come out.
Like, knowing is just as bad as doing, 100%. Like, if you know and you don't do anything, that's just as bad as doing.
That's why nobody's name is going to come out.
Like, do you think he knew?
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, he said Epstein likes him young.
Okay. Like, I mean, because, you know, I don't.
Do I think he had anything to do with it? I don't know. Do I think he touched any kids?
Right.
I don't know. But one thing I do know is he had inclination that Epstein was doing some bullshit. But he is the one that brought charges on him. So we can't say he the one opened the Epstein files. Even though he knew, he did open the Epstein files, quote unquote. But yeah, I think a lot of people knew. They said it was 40 plus witnesses that testified. It was 40 plus witnesses that made statements. None of those names have came out. They also said that it was four co-conspirators that got immunity when Epstein was first arrested. 4 witnesses. They didn't say victims. They said 4 witnesses. They did not classify whether they were victims or not victims, but they got immunity.
Oh, okay.
They got immunity. Why would they get immunity? They got immunity for that case and all further cases. 4 people.
Immunity from what, though? Like, that's the thing. Like, that's what's, like, fishy. Like you said, like, we don't know if they're victims. We don't know if they're, you know, like, involved. Like, but it's like, I feel like immunity, like, you're getting immune from, like, ever being able to have something done to you, right? Like, so press charges on you, whatever. So it's kind of like, who is it and what did they do, you know?
Correct. That's exactly what it is. But the reason I'm saying all this is to say is that because even if you were not involved directly, if you turned the blind eye, your ass could be in trouble. There is no statute of limitations on child crimes. So that's why no names will come out.
If anything, like, okay, okay, let's just say maybe you didn't, like you said, they didn't do it, but it's like doing and not doing anything is just as bad.
Correct, and you got to understand that once you get a couple more people, this could quickly become a conspiracy. And the conspiracy laws are different. You can go back a little bit further, and if it's crimes against children, I don't think there is a statute of limitations.
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
any
that
names, hold on, let me finish, caller, let me finish. If any names do come out, they are almost forced to pursue charges because of the nature of the crimes, no matter how long it's been. So if they drop any names with this shit, they have to go charge them. That's why we're not going to get any names.
Jen, do you think, like, 'cause since Pam Bondi is the one that holds it, I mean, obviously President Trump has, like, a safe open in a sense, like, presidents don't have all the power, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know in this situation, like, does he have that power to force them to release that? Or like,
no, he doesn't. That's what I'm telling you. He doesn't. He could tell Bondi to do it. Bondi has to, because it is grand jury testimony, the court has to approve it. Now, if you go look it up, there's like a 5% chance that the court approves this shit. So the court is probably more than likely not going to approve it. And Trump's going to say, well, hell, I tried to give it to y'all. The court blocked it. Because
do you think that's really, like, he's betting on that? Like, not
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, he's betting on that. Because think about it. He could have chose to release anything else other than the grand jury testimony. All the other shit could have been released through him. Could have been released through Pam Bondi. Could have been released. The only thing that really needed the judge's approval to be released was the grand jury testimony. So why pick that? Why pick something to release that has to go through the courts? The other shit, when you would listen.
Don't they have, like, his list or something? Like, don't they have, like, the people who have been on the island?
Listen,
like,
yes, they got flight logs, but Pam Bondi said the list didn't exist. It was just flight logs. But what I'm telling you is this. I
don't know if I believe that.
That's what she said. They said it was not. She said it was not the client list did not exist. It was just flight logs. So
the thing is it's easy for her to say that because we, the lay people who want to know, will never know.
Yeah, no, correct. But they can't. They can't release any names. I do think that They chose this way on purpose because Trump said, "Tell her to release everything that's pertinent." Then it has to go to the court.
I'm sure there's people on there that would be shocking to a lot of us, if I'm being honest. Like, but it's like I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't care who you are, what side you're on, none of that. Like, I don't put nothing past nobody.
Right. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to get to it. Do courts release grand jury testimony? Courts generally do not release grand jury testimony due to the principle of grand jury secrecy, which is intended to protect the reputations of individuals who may not be charged, encourage truthful witness testimony, and preserve the integrity of criminal investigations. However, there are exceptions under which courts may unseal grand jury materials. For example, courts may release such materials for national security reasons to assist in defendant in dismissing an indictment or at the request of a foreign court for its use in its own criminal investigation. For instance, in the case of Jeffrey Epstein,
him dying, like if enough people basically, which I don't think anybody really cares because he's disgusting. So it's kind of like, who cares how he died, But
this is another thing it says too. It bought time too. It says, additionally, the release of grand jury materials is not straightforward or a quick process. It can involve significant legal wrangling and review. It says, even when the courts agree to release grand jury testimony, the material is often heavily redacted to protect sensitive information, such as the identities of victims or other personal identifying details. So yeah, we're gonna get a nothing burger.
Do you think he killed himself, or you think he was murdered?
We're gonna say unalived, but no, I don't think Epstein is. I think Epstein is still alive.
Yeah.
With the 2 minutes and 53 seconds missing of the footage, with it being saved twice, with all the drone pictures they got of Epstein floating around, just him being alive and shit, with the connections that he had, with nobody. Hold on, let me finish, caller. With nobody doing a walkthrough on the night that he got unalive, nobody did a walkthrough. This is the feds we're talking about. Even in the county jail, every hour they have to do a walkthrough and push those little buttons. So this is the feds. Nobody did a walkthrough. They said everybody was asleep. The 3 people that was on the ship, they were fired, you know, from Miss whatever. Nobody's heard from those people anymore. It's just I don't think he's I don't think he's unalive. You said bro or unc. They say I'm not unc yet. They call me big brother. They say I'm not old enough to be an unc. I'm big brother.
Yeah, it's funny. Like it's like, because I mean I've been incarcerated for a year in prison, but like still same thing. But like yeah, like literally every hour. Well, and actually, whenever you get to a unit, sit there and watch y'all. Like there ain't no walking around; they're just there in the middle.
This shit crazy, man.
There's always eyes on people, and even then, like I mean.
This is what I'm talking about right here, caller. Hold on. I got somebody in my chat named Brickface coming here talking about how does Trump taste. I'm literally talking about Trump covering up some shit. He comes in here talking about how does Trump taste. You know, sometimes people just want to be seen or heard.
Like I always get into arguments with people about this. Like left-wing Democrats seem to think that MAGA equals we love Trump, and it's like see it that way. Like because I don't agree with everything Trump does, but at the same time, though, it's a pushback on what they're trying. What to me, the Democrats and the left are trying to change our world into. Like, and I'm not okay with those because those ideologies go against my moral values. You know, so it's like yeah, I'm gonna be on the other side because I wouldn't dare now. And to me, I don't care what side it is. Whoever I align with more as far as moral value wise, like that's who I'm gonna go with. That doesn't mean that I agree with everything. Like, and it's not about Trump himself.
No, it's not about Trump himself. It's about America for me. Like I tell y'all, I'm an independent. I call out the good, the bad, and the ugly from the left, the right, both sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's about America for me. Right now, Trump is our president. So if you ask me, do I support him? I mean, I support America and everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
And out of the two, I sure as heck wasn't gonna vote the other way.
Let me take some of these comments. You said the guards aren't alive anymore. They're gone. I didn't know the guards were unalived. Do you think they are unalived or is there speculation? Do you know they're unalived or is there speculation? I'm asking the chat that. Hey, everybody double tap the screen, shut a live out. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free. Let's get to 100 likes right quick. If you're not a freeloading ass American, like this video, man. Let's get this to 100 likes right quick. Straight up, man. But what I am gonna say is we do have memberships available. The memberships get you access to 250 past live streams. We do have super chats. You said no more illegals. What the freak? What else did I have to ask you, caller? It was one more thing. Oh, about the Autopen. About the Autopen. How are you feeling about the Autopen?
Think that it was overused. I think all presidents have used it. I think it gets used all the time. Even celebrities use it, right? Like whenever they're signing things, you know, to send out, whatever. But I do think that it should be questioned on who was actually the person using it. Was it multiple people? Was it one particular person?
Okay.
Biden had no clue. If you ask me, I don't think the man had any clue what was being done. Honestly, but I do want to know, like, who was using it? Was it his wife? Was it Kamala? Who was it? You know?
I never thought about that. Yeah, like who was using it? Did you catch the Hunter Biden interview where he just released where he said he was only at the White House like 12 days the last 2 years?
Well, I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Yeah, Hunter Biden just did an interview trying to distance himself from the White House. He said he was only there a total of 12 days. Another thing
do you think he's as bad as what they say, or you think he's
Shit, I think Hunter Biden is an American that like to get high. If you want to ask me the truth, I think shit he just like to get high. Hell, Hunter Biden look like good clientele. If you
So
want
I
to be
was
real.
watching, you know, the Patrick Bet Davis, like the PBD podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and his Hunter's baby mama was on there, and like he actually like the person she described is not at all like, you know, because at the end of the day he's still a human. Just because he has an issue doesn't mean he's a bad person.
Man, I seen Hunter Biden with a 21 on the scale talking about he got shorted. That's how you know he ain't bull. You know, I've been in the streets, y'all. So it's some people that get shorted and they shut the fuck up. They just take what they can get. Then there's some people who not going for that shit. Hunter Biden got on camera, showed the scale, showed the 21 on the scale, and was like, "Hey, you fucking shorted me, man." Hunter really wasn't going for that shit, man. Straight up, Hunter was probably getting taxed.
Hey, I feel it though. I feel it. Like, but it's crazy though because it's like, you know, it's like I think there's a lot of functioning addicts. Okay, like a lot. You know, like I know some of them. You know, so it's like to each their own. If you can still take care of your business, do what you gotta do. Who cares what you do?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
he got some roadhead hitting the pipe. Hunter got a flick out here, man. Y'all trying to tell me Hunter was getting head on the road. Rolling the ball is crazy, allegedly. What's up, Liberty
thank you for
Bell?
having me.
Oh, appreciate you for calling, caller. I hope you subscribe to the channel and come back and join us. We go live every single day. I just dropped a couple videos. You said what?
It's memberships, right? Like on your channel?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, thank you now.
Bye.
All right now. Hey, thank that caller for calling in with good conversation. Says she gonna grab a membership. Hey man, we do got the memberships available. Thank you for grabbing the memberships, everybody. Liberty Bell, what's going on? You said you swear you seen it on Twitter. I didn't see it. Are we Trump supporters in here? Some of us are. Some of us love Trump. Some of us hate Trump. Some of us are indifferent about Trump. This is the Plug Station podcast, man. Plug After Dark. Matter of fact, this Plug After Dark. Where the hell is my sign? Private drive, man. Put them kids up, man. This is a private drive. When you come down there, motherfucker, you better know where you going, because I'm going to blow your ass down, man. Straight up, man. This is a private drive. Plug After Dark, man. Put them kids up and hide your bitch, man. Straight up. We finna talk about it. Look at it. Okay, if you are with Trump, press Lord of the Trump coming through with the 20 gifted. Holy. Whoa! Hey, every time Drip come through, he coming through heavy. Do you hear me, man? Flames in the chat for Lord of the Drip, getting y'all access to 250 past live streams, man. Lord of the Drip came through dropping them gifteds. We 20 gifteds up on the stream, man. Double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. But yeah, this is Plug After Dark. Y'all know what time it is, man. You gotta put the kids up, hide your bitch. We finna have these real combos. Let me open up the phone lines again. I do have the phone lines closed. Okay, the phone lines are back open. Somebody can call in, man. Appreciate that, Lord of the Drip. You said Obama 2028, but let me get a roll call in the chat. If you are for Trump in the chat, press 1. If you are not for Trump in the chat, press 2. Let's see where the chat stands. 1's for Trump, 2's for no Trump. 1's for Trump, 2's for no Trump, man. We are 2 likes away from 100. Get me to 100 likes right quick. And shit, I was gonna have something for y'all. I'll put on the damn politician plug glasses. Let me go get them motherfuckers. 2 more likes and I'll put the politician plug glasses on, man. 2 more likes for the politician plug glasses, man. 1 more like for the politician plug glasses, man. I'm seeing them ones. I'm seeing everybody I see some 2s. Okay, y'all, I got the likes, man. The politician plug glasses, man. Yeah, politician plug glasses on in this motherfucker, man. Politician plug glasses on in this mother. This how we pipe up over here, man. We have fun. This Plug After Dark. We don't put the kids up, man. I'm finna start with 2 cameras, man. We might do a giveaway tonight. You say you feel left out. Why you feel left out when you at home? We low. You at home. How the hell you feel left out at home? I done let you come in the house, take your shoes off. We got Lala, got the plain lays over there. Fucking Corey World brought some napkins and shit because he can't cook. Damn, you talking about you feel left out. You at home. Just don't get wrong. Hell, just don't get wrong and you at home. Shit. Yeah, Trump not bullshitting, Angie Love. When you say Daddy Trump is not playing, hey man, I'm gonna say this. 47 is on a revenge tour, for real. Y'all gonna hear a lot of creators say revenge tour. I coined that shit, but it is what it is, you know. Hey man, I'm just the average Joe Smoke. I'm just plugged, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular guy here, man. But Trump on that revenge tour. He want Obama. He's coming after Biden for the Autopen. He's coming after Schiff. He's coming after what's the woman name? Samantha Power. Only one I haven't seen him come after yet is Kamala. I ain't seen him come after Kamala yet or Gavin. But I heard something about, I've been seeing videos floating around. They talking about Gavin was getting some money from some, you know what I mean? They say Gavin was getting trap money. Hey man, I didn't say it, they said it. Allegedly, they say Gavin was getting trap money. So shit, it looked like Trump coming after everybody. It looked like Trump coming out there. They talking about Gavin was getting, they talking about AOC is impeding on shit. They talking about Gavin was getting trap money. Obama was trying to do a damn coup. Biden had the Autopen. Schiff was on some bullshit. Samantha Powers got all that money. Man, Trump is not bullshitting, y'all. And somebody finna go to jail. I'm not gonna say somebody's going to prison, but somebody's about to get arrested. Somebody's gonna have a booking photo. They got Trump put his mug shot as his presidential picture. Do y'all not think he finna send somebody ass to the farm? Maybe not to the farm, but they finna have to bond out. Motherfucker finna be posting bonds. I don't think nobody finna go to jail like that, but people finna be posting bonds like a motherfucker. Trump finna make motherfuckers bond out and get that same mug shot he got. You talking about I'm happy about this? I'm being a realist about it. What do you mean am I happy about it? No, I see what the hell is going on. It don't matter if I'm happy or sad about it. It's what's going on. So what's going on? Think about this. If somebody tried to lock your ass up all this time and now you got the power to lock their ass up, what are you gonna do? Oh my God, Drip with another 20. Oh, Lee! What? What? We got the best community on YouTube, man. Drip with another 20 gifted. Stop playing with Drip in here, man. Another 20 gifted, man. Drip on one. On one. What? Wake my damn kids up in here. I just put the kids to sleep, Drip. That's why I was late, man. Appreciate that, Drip, and appreciate that community. We got the best community on YouTube. Thank you, Drip. Damn. But yeah, he talking about some. Am I happy with this? No, I'm observing. See, that's where y'all got to get out of y'all feelings. Y'all got to quit getting y'all panties in a bunch when somebody makes an observation. I made an observation. My name is Plug. I got a street background. I know if somebody does something to me and tries to compromise me when I'm in the position to return the favor, hey man, I might go around return the favor, man. And I think that's what's going on here.
Call from. My name is Mom.
Oh, it's Sunday, man. I cannot wait for school to start back so these little motherfuckers go to school, bro. Lord, let me block this number, y'all. Let me block that number. Straight up. Obama is having a bad week. Obama just got up there and told everybody that we need all these damn friends in case our kids is whatever, man. Obama is tripping. Obama is tripping right now. When he did that interview, the interview was going good. Then he just took a hard left. Like, everything's going fine. Boom! You know what I'm saying? Then we got, who the hell was that? Tim Walz talking about black people. Tim Walz acting like he didn't know black people. All black people didn't commit crimes. It's like, damn, Obama. Even Tim Walz out here talking about black people and what the black problems and shit. But you have a whole interview, sit down with your wife on her platform that's done 1 million views. And as soon as you say anything about the black community, something, you backpedal. You run so far away from the black community, you almost fell and scraped your damn knee. God.
Call from. Hello, my name is Mom.
Like, damn, you ran so far away from the black people question that you almost fell and scraped your knee, man. You almost tumbled down a damn hill trying to get back on track to what you really want to talk about. It's like, damn, Obama. Shit. Did you not hear the last 8 years? How long it's been since, what, 2016, man? Have you not heard what we've been talking about the last 8, 9 years? You didn't do nothing for the black people. You did everything for this community. Have you? Then you get on the interview. Listen, the whole election cycle. Y'all notice the last 2024, Obama wasn't campaigning at first. Obama didn't come in until the damn end. Obama was talking about the Trump Bible. He was talking about the same shit we was talking about over here. I was telling y'all Obama's a great speaker. Obama fuck around and, you know, reel some shit back in. Then what he do? Go tell all the black men, oh, y'all not getting out here and voting and shit. Y'all on some bullshit. You telling all the men they on some bullshit, and it's like, how is you gonna tell us we on some bullshit, but when it come time to talk about us, it's like shit. Appreciate that Ruby Rose for the $10 super chat. Thank you for doing what you do. I really appreciate you. I'm a new follower. Thank you for doing what you do, Ruby, and showing up and supporting. Thank you for doing what you do, Ruby. But what was I saying, chat? Damn, I forgot where my mind went, man. That super sticker came up. That super chat came up. Oh, yeah, talking about the black people in Obama. It's like, damn, Obama. It's like, we sat here for 9 years and gave you feedback on their presidency. We said they elected you 2 times, and you helped out all these other communities except black people. And now we get this damn 2-hour interview and we don't hear nothing. Now Trump on your ass talking about this Russia collusion. You got up there, you told, matter of fact, let me see what Obama said. What did Obama say about black people voting when they weren't trying to get out and vote for Kamala, man? It's like, damn, you ain't got no problem calling niggas out, but it's like you bite your tongue when it's time to speak up for niggas. That's what I be talking about. When I say everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga, I'm talking about shit like that. I'm talking about shit like that. When the election on the line, you want to get up here and call out all you niggas that want to vote for Trump, or all you niggas that say you not voting and want to get out and vote for Kamala, this, and that. But now when it's time to speak about niggas, when you do mention something that started in the black community, you get to doing this shit. You get to running away from it. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? What's going on? You running away from this shit. Let me see what he said to black men. Here you go. This is what he said. Some black men aren't just feeling the idea of having a woman as president. You coming up with all kind of reasons and excuses. I got a problem with that. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to be posed when I do my message to Obama, y'all. When I do my message to Obama, I'm just trying to see how the fuck I'm gonna pose, because you said that what the hell did you say? Oh, you got a problem with that. That's what you said, Obama. Obama said he had a problem with that. Well, shit. The whole damn black community said they got a problem with some shit you did for 8 years. Everybody want to be niggas till it's time to be niggas, bro. Just like Kamala said, she can't do nothing for black people, but then she mad black people don't want to vote for her. It's crazy, bro. Now we got Trump here. Trump on his revenge tour. This shit is crazy, Chad. Let me open the call lines back up. I had closed the call lines off because they was tripping. Y'all can call back in now. Y'all can call back in now. You said I got a problem with my brain. Call in, man. Call in. Call in and let's talk about this problem I got with my brain, man. Because I'm thinking pretty logical. Regardless of that shit, what I'm saying is this. If you want to make a call out for a certain group of people, I think you should be able to, you know what I'm saying, at least mention that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't speak in generalizations. And then when it's time for a specific group of people to step up, that's when you want to get specific. Be specific when you speaking up when you don't need something. Y'all know how you got that one person that only call your ass when they need something? Y'all know how y'all got somebody in your contact list. You do not hear from this motherfucker till you need something. They don't speak up for you. They don't support your business. They don't come watch your kids play ball. They don't do shit. They don't call and ask, have you ate? They didn't write you when you went to jail. They don't send you a card for Father's Day, your birthday. And the only time they call you is when they want something. So what the fuck going on? That's what's be going on. Not just with Obama, but with everybody. When it comes to the black community, it's like, shit, we only want to talk to y'all when we need something from y'all.
Robert.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, Robert? What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Robert. I'm calling.
You gotta mute the background. You gotta mute the audio in the background. While you doing that, I'm gonna respond to Matt. Matt said you spitting words but not saying shit. Well, I mean, damn, Matt, what do you want me to say? Because I'm not identifying with what the fuck you want to hear. So what? Call in. Call in. I'm telling you that Obama didn't do nothing for black people. He said this shit the last time. Now that they're calling for Obama to get locked up and shit, guess who everybody expecting to speak up for Obama and say it's fucked up? Well, the first damn community will probably be niggas, right? Go ahead, caller.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you calling. What's your name? You said Roger?
I'm Robert.
Robert, where you calling from, Robert?
I'm calling you from Tennessee.
Okay, Robert from Tennessee. How you feeling about these topics?
Well, I'm thinking we're fixing to see some people go to prison. A former president for sure, and there's no telling what else is going to go wrong. But I don't think that Mr. Trump is going to put up with any more BS, and I think it's fixing to hit the fan. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think it's going to be one of the most interesting times in our country in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like everything needs to come out. I feel like Trump having his name flagged out of the Epstein files and whoever else was flagged. I feel like Dick Durbin did a good job saying that he needs all of that to come out. Tulsi Gabbard, and Trump, if Obama did collude to, try to run that coup, I feel like they need to look at that. That damn Autopen, the last caller raised a good question. Who the fuck was using that Autopen? And there was one more topic. It was the Comey and the emails. That's another topic. I feel like all of them are important in their own right. But when it comes to harming children, that is one thing that has to be put out there. But they're not gonna put it out there because anybody that was involved or anybody that saw anything, even if you didn't touch a kid, even if you didn't, look at a kid, if you knew what was going on and turned the blind eye, you have to be held accountable. So they're not gonna release any names.
I agree with you there. If you and your listeners and viewers will go to the Holy Bible and look up Luke 8:17, Luke 8:17, that will tell you what's about to happen. Luke 8:17. Everything's going to be exposed.
You said, may all truth be revealed. Everybody double tap the screen and shut the live out. Let's get to 150 likes right quick. We need to get to 150 likes so we get the algorithm. But you said Luke and everything will be revealed, right?
Luke 8:17, I believe, is the Bible verse that you and your listeners and viewers should look at. And I think it talks about everything will be exposed. Can take that to the bank.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling it up for you.
Okay,
I'm
look
pulling it
up,
up.
see if I'm correct on that. I think I'm right. Luke 8:17. I hope
It
I'm right. If
says,
I'm not, I apologize.
"For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light."
There you go.
All right, caller, man. I appreciate you. I hope you subscribe to the channel and call back in for us. Do you have any questions for me before I get you off the line?
No, sir, I don't. Just keep doing what you're doing. I sure do appreciate it. Keep your eyes to the Lord. Keep your eyes to the heaven and respect the Lord.
Amen. We'll see you next time.
Okay, sir.
Everybody double tap the screen and share the live out. We are about 17 likes from that 150. We're trying to walk down that 150 likes. Drip has gifted 40 members. All the new members, you know what I'm saying, welcome in. Drop some flames in the chat once again for Drip and the 40 gifted subs, man, or memberships. 40 gifted memberships, man. You just got access to 250 past live stream plus a whole bunch of cool emojis. All the members, drop the emojis. If you are a member, use your emojis right now. Spam the chat with emojis, because if you join the Discord, you can have input on this channel. You get to choose the emojis. The members choose the emojis. I'm gonna update 2 new emojis every week. Members get to choose the 2 new emojis that get updated every single week. Tomorrow starts a new week for us on Monday, so we need to get the suggestions. Send me your suggestions for the emojis in the Discord. Let me open up the call lines one more time. Let me call yeah, I got the call lines open. We finna go back to the clip that I was playing. We got the call lines open.
Welcome back, U.S. Policy, for being here. And I want to get your take on what happens now. Congressman Byron Donalds, you just heard and saw you're not getting any answers from the Autopen. So who is running the country? And all of those pardons that were written by the Autopen and approved.
So I'm gonna ask y'all, chat, who do y'all think was running the country with the Autopen scandal? 1, if you think it was Joe Biden. 2, if you think it was Kamala. 3, if you think it was Obama. 4, if you think it was other. 1, Biden. 2, Kamala. 3, Obama. 4 is other.
Approved by Jeff Zients. Are they legitimate?
First of all, Maria, good to be with you. Look, I think that those pardons are illegitimate. I believe the person that was actually in charge of it actually was probably Mr. Bernal, because he was Joe Biden's right-hand man, and according to many accounts, Mr. Bernal was the one who was making sure stuff.
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sly, I'm calling from Miami, Florida.
What's going on, Sly from Miami, Florida? Talk to me.
I'm confused by a lot of your comments.
Okay.
As not only as a black person, but I mean, you have your right to vote and view however you want to. But to say, make general statements that Obama didn't do nothing for black people, or you have to know what type of system we're in and how to work within the system to get what you want. So the
I see Trump not working in this system. I see Trump getting what the fuck he want to do regardless of the system.
Because he's a white man in America. As blacks, you know, it doesn't work that same way. For example, I could be driving in my car and get pulled over, and their hands are on the guns automatically. But with a white person, they go hi, nonchalant, and then get shot in the face. And you understand what I'm saying? So it's different. You have to work within the system to change the system. Now, you made a comment that Kamala made a statement that she couldn't do something for blacks. Well, if she had said that, like I would do stuff like specifically for black people, she would have been sued for discrimination.
All she had to do was say, I'll look into it. Ain't that what Trump say about everything? She didn't have to say, I do something specifically for black people. All she had to do was say, I can look into reparations. I can look into something. She didn't have to confirm it or give it to us. Just say, shit, I'll look into something. The thing is, it's
don't apply to everybody else.
What is that? Okay, but listen, I'm not talking about Trump though. Okay, let's move Trump out of this. Okay. Who's gonna talk for black people then? If we got somebody in the highest sitting office and he couldn't do it, who is going to do it? The one person that had the chance to even just say something, whether he did it or not, he don't even want to talk about it until it's time for us, it's time for a call for action.
Are you talking about President Obama?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I just sat there and
like
watched the interview with him and Michelle for a whole hour long. He was talking in general statements until he started talking about the LGBT community. He mentioned the black community one time. As soon as he said it, he ran away from it. Back to the LGBTQ shit. You had a whole hour long interview on your wife's platform. Nothing to do with any network. You could have said anything. You could have mentioned anything. When you talked about the dads and you talked about the families and the structures and shit, you were speaking in generalizations. That could have went to any single race. The one time you mentioned black people, you said it started in the black community, but then it quickly went elsewhere and you got away from it.
I haven't seen that interview yet to know the specifics, but there is an unwritten rule, and you can Google this and look this up, but former presidents are not supposed to speak on or attack current presidents of what they're doing. Like, you can make generalized statements, but it is an unwritten rule that once a former president is out of office, he's not supposed to, say anything negative to detriment, like any type of policies that the current president is making and doing any of that. Now, the current president can attack the former president all they want to, but you look at how Obama went after George Bush for the Iraq wars and everything of that nature. George Bush never opened up his damn mouth to say anything negative about Obama. Even with Joe Biden tried so hard not to even mention Trump's name. You know what I'm saying? Or Trump didn't say anything until he started back going in political, until he started running for office again. He didn't say anything about Joe Biden. So there is that written rule.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm just listening. I just think that we have got to the point where we're so like, I think I think Obama just made a statement, like, we're so tired on looking for the Messiah or looking for someone to save us that we know as black men, as black people, that we have to be the change that we want to see. Correct. And that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's jumping on this. Oh, I just got out of prison in January, right?
Okay.
And so I was like, damn, I wish I was out to vote, right? And I promise you, I knew that as soon as he got the attempted assassination, I said Trump could win. He could have milked this. Oh, it's a political, because I have a degree, my degree is in communication. So this is a PR, gold mine right now.
It is.
Attempted assassination.
And that's the reason the right won.
No matter who did it, whether it was his people or like the right or the left, I said, y'all just gave Trump the election. Now watch this. So in prison, I'm talking to the people. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, if he was out, who you vote for? I'm voting for Trump. Why? What did Trump do for you? Oh, he gave us a stimulus check. Excuse me? You could have voted for this man for some damn $1,400?
I mean, I did hear a lot of people saying that. I didn't. I've never been one to say that. But what I am gonna say is, to that point is that social media did win the last election. You know, the right kind of got it right. The left really didn't get it right. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of behind the 8 ball on this one. And when you say that this is a media gold mine, it definitely is. But I want to take you to the not so distant past, you know, and remember that the left went on a media tirade calling for Trump's impeachment for a lot of shit. Not just the hush money cases and that shit, but I'm talking about for everything. Everything. And the left ran it up. Just like all of these right-wing podcasters are going crazy right now, going through the roof. I'm an independent myself. But the left, I can name a few left-wing podcasters that ate that shit the fuck up and went into millions and millions of subscribers off of Trump going to jail, and he ended up not going to jail. None of those people came out and made a video saying, well, hey, Trump didn't go to jail, maybe I should. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did that. But it's all about today's narrative. I'm a creator. I can admit it. It's about today's narrative. But I talk about every single thing. I call out the good, bad, and ugly on both sides. I'm not just gonna sit here and pull on Trump to pull on Trump utter. I'm not gonna pull on the left's utter. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm here for the American people. I'm here for what I believe in, and I believe that it's a uni party. And I believe that at the end of the day, we're not going to get anything from the Epstein files. Obama's probably not going to jail. He'll probably get arrested, booked in, have to bond out like Trump did before it's doing time. No, I feel like it's a uni party, honestly.
But what is he? What I didn't understand that too. What is he supposed to be getting arrested for?
Obama, the Russian collusion. They're saying that after Obama had intelligence, Obama had knowledge that Trump was not working with Russia to cyber attack the polls to influence the election. But even after he got that information, he was still sitting president. Trump won the election in November. Obama's still sitting president until January. Between November and January, Obama got the CIA, FBI, and these other agencies to start a task force to look into the Trump-Russia collusion, even after he had already gotten intelligence that it was no collusion. He also held a meeting, and after that meeting, they're saying the quote-unquote deep state told all of the media outlets to push that narrative. They got NBC saying that Trump worked directly with Putin to overthrow the election, and they're saying that came directly from Obama's administration. So they're saying that Obama tried to lead a coup. Long story short, they're saying that they have evidence Obama tried to lead a coup to overthrow the 2016 election. The same narrative they used with January 6th. It's just the shoes on the other foot now.
Oh, and so okay, I would like. I'm gonna really look into that. I'm gonna research that tonight as we speak. I think that's just a coincidence that now you have this Epstein's files that won't come out. So for the past 2 weeks, you've been trying to throw everything at us to get us to take our mind off of these Epstein files. And now all of a sudden, Obama's in collusion with Russia. And if you didn't go to jail for January 6th, Obama ain't going. If nothing happened to you for January 6th, and you supposed to be a party of the blue law enforcement and all that due process and all that stuff, and law enforcement was attacked at our Capitol, and nothing happened to you, ain't nothing happened to Obama.
Right. Y'all saying in the chat it's not a coup. I'm not the one calling it a coup. Tulsi Gabbard, Trump, and their administration is calling it a coup. So Tulsi Gabbard is the hold on, let me finish, caller. Let me give you some background. Tulsi Gabbard is the one who came out and said we need to prosecute Obama to the fullest. He tried to subvert the 2016 election. That you Americans picked Trump as your president. He tried to subvert the election. She's saying that he committed treason. She's saying that she's gonna turn it over to the DOJ. And the DOJ is gonna make the decision on whether to prosecute this or not. Tulsi says she's already sent the shit to the DOJ that day. So the DOJ has it now, and they're gonna determine whether or not they're gonna move forward and try to prosecute Obama.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a question then. Where was Trump was in office, Obama, right? And the first administration, Trump's first administration, had some very powerful, smart, intelligent Obama haters. I wanted him to take Obama down, birtherism. Like, this nigga ain't from here. People, they tried everything. You try to tell me them people with higher IQs and more pull and more connections didn't come out with this story, but Tulsi Gabbard, of all people, so happens to come across this information.
Tulsi Gabbard, yep, they're calling Comey out. They're saying Comey was implicated. All right, I'm on Truth Social right now. I'll read it to you. This is all the shit that Trump is saying. I'll read it to you. He just posted an AI video of Obama inside of the White House being arrested. He did. He posted another montage of everybody on the left that's saying no one is above the law. Even Obama saying out of his own mouth, even the president. Listen, I'm gonna play it.
Especially the president is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law. Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law.
That's all people from the left. He's saying, like, y'all said no one's above the law, so shit, let's prosecute y'all ass. We got the evidence. He also has a lot of propaganda on here, and then he has this video too.
That doesn't just affect Democrats or Republicans. It's not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an issue with such significant impact that it should concern every American because it has to do with the fabric and integrity.
This is Tulsi Gabbard talking on Fox News. She also posted this video to her own YouTube channel with the title, Tulsi Gabbard exposes Obama treasonous whatever. So she's saying this out of her mouth. The director of national intelligence is posting shit to her YouTube accusing Obama of treasonous acts in the title. This is her on Fox News talking.
Of our democratic republic. That we had a situation here where in the months leading up to the 2016 election, the intelligence community assessed, and this is what the documents detail, the intelligence community assessed essentially Russia doesn't have the tools, the capability, or the intent to try to change the outcome of the U.S. presidential election.
So she's saying that Russia, they already had gotten, their intelligence had told them Russia does not even have the capabilities to do this shit. Right? So that's what she said. I know. I'm not saying that they don't. But what I'm saying is from the evidence, they're saying that they had already concluded Russia couldn't do this. But not only did Obama put the task force on it, he ran a narrative pushing it, trying to say that the Trump colluded. So that's where they're saying it became him trying to overthrow it. Listen, it's still like a minute left. I just got to pause the clip so they don't copyright us.
Donald Trump pulls off a historic victory against Hillary Clinton in November of 2016. Even in the days after that election, the intelligence community continued their consistent assessment that reflected the same thing in the months leading up to the election. All of a sudden, in the early days of December, there was a president's...
So you see, she say December. Obama's still in office. Trump won in November. Obama remains in office until January. So Obama was still sitting president. That's why them accusing him of treason, he was sitting president. So that makes him the highest ranking military member, right?
Yeah.
So military treason is treated different than regular treason. Military treason is punishable by death and a minimum of 5 years. So that's why this is a way important too, because they're saying he did this as sitting president, and they're trying to label it treason.
He colluded with Russia.
Listen, I'm gonna play the rest of the clip. It's like a minute left, 50 seconds left.
Daily brief that was drafted. This is put together by the different elements of the intelligence community that reflected that same assessment. Russia did not try to hack the election, in essence. That PDB, that document, was pulled hours before it was supposed to be published for the president to see that following morning. That document was never published until we released it yesterday.
So they're saying the document was supposed to be put out or given to the president to be put out, but they pulled the document and just put it in the files and shit, started the investigation over again.
President Obama calls a meeting of his National Security Council, his top officials, to be held on what they called a sensitive topic. And the results of that meeting, which we released yesterday in these over 100 documents that talk about in detail how President Obama and his team, he directed a manufactured piece of intelligence that detailed not if, but how Russia tried to influence the outcome.
Okay, that's Ruby Rose. Thank you for the $10 super sticker, Ruby Rose. Can I just say it's great seeing a young man that knows about politics. I really wish I could have done that when I was young. Good job, young man. I thank you so much. I don't know everything, but I do try to be informed and I give my thoughts and opinions. I'm not an expert, but I call myself an opinion. I do have an opinion, and I'm willing to debate it. I'm willing to stand on it, and it is what it is, man. But I do thank you for your continued support, Ruby. I do try to do my research and give my opinion in the best way that I can. We are about 41 likes away from 200. Can we get the 200 likes right quick? Y'all give Ruby some likes on that super chat. Y'all be sure to like Ruby's super sticker, super chat, and be sure to put some flames in the comments. Let's run it up to 200 likes right quick. But how are you feeling about that? They're saying that he manufactured. They're saying he manufactured the evidence.
That is bull. Again, like I say, it's they were already talking about it before the election, even while doing the campaign trail, right? And we saw how Russia they were not attacking Trump, they were attacking Democrats, right? Saying, sending out tweets and doing disinformation. But like I say, if the first Trump administration missed this, then all of a sudden Tulsi Gabbard gets this information and releases it on a Sunday, on a Saturday. Why are you releasing it on the weekend?
But this is why. This is why. I'm going to tell you why. It's a counterattack. Whether Obama did this or not, if he did it, it needs to be brought forward. But I tell my chat all the time, it's the timing of everything. Yes, this is a counter-op to the Epstein shit because they know the Epstein shit's going to be a nothing burger. We're waiting on it. Listen, we're waiting on it. But I just read to y'all that they said even if the grand jury does say they're going to release it, it's a time-consuming process. We're not going to get it Monday. We're probably not going to get it this week. So to keep people from saying, where's the files? I thought the judge had it. What's up with the judge? And then they go and look and see how hard it is to actually get grand jury testimony released. They put out more stories, not just the Obama story, but they got Adam Schiff in it. They got Samantha Powers in it. They got everybody in it, because like I didn't even tell you what he said about Samantha Powers. Adam Schiff. Did I tell you what he said about Adam Schiff? Adam Schiff.
No, not yet.
It says Adam Schiff this is from Trump posted this himself. Adam Schiff is in big trouble. He falsified loan documents. He once said my son would go to prison on a scam that Schiff, along with other crooked Dems, illegally manufactured in order to stage an actual coup. My son did nothing wrong. He knew nothing about the fictional story. It was an American tragedy. Now Shifty should pay the price of prison for a real crime, not one made up by corrupt accusers. So they're saying that He's saying that Schiff colluded with the Russia shit and he falsified loan documents. Trump is on a revenge tour right now. Now, this is what he said about Samantha Powers. He said, how did Samantha Power make all of that money? Now he wants an investigation into how she made all the money.
How is your family making all this money on cryptocurrency while you in the president making money? You done made, since you became president again, you done made $500 million on cryptocurrency. But we not concerned. We gonna continue to go after the Democrats. And then I find it funny that Obama had that speech to donors, and then he had the interview with his wife.
Yeah, that speech to donors. Let me say something about that. Did you hear what he said about that? The same thing I've been telling the left since November. Get out of that fetal position and stop crying. You're going to have to grow some damn balls in so many words. That's what he told them.
That's what he said. And it's true, though. And that's why I like people like Amanda Presley or Jasmine Crockett, because they not just sitting around and like doing the whole traditional thing. They feel like because I guess like somebody in your chat was like, Trump is for the uneducated and the poor, and it's like, but that's not good. Like I get it. Democrats has been like associated with education and stuff, but at the same time, this man, everything that he's attacking that's meant to help the poor and help the education that Obama implemented, things of that nature, like school lunches for kids, that shit is gone now because of this big, beautiful bill and all this stuff. So y'all root for a man that's attacking. That's just like in Texas, with the flood.
Correct.
In Texas.
That was Tulsi Gabbard, wasn't it? Wasn't Tulsi Gabbard supposed to send help earlier?
Yeah. No, Christy Nome.
Yeah, Christy Nome.
Christy Nome. But again, you wait. Everybody knows when you hear a natural disaster is coming, or you get some type of warning sign, you immediately sign off so that you release those emergency funds, so them people can get help and all that stuff. You waited till Monday because it was 4th of July weekend and you had something to do.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's kind of like, see, when you say that, I'm going to pull a Democrat move. Well, you know how, I'm going to pull a move like the Democrats do. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like the Republicans do. Like, what about this? You know what I'm saying? Because we can talk about, what happened in Carolina? What happened in Texas? What about all of these storms where the money was tied up? They was running out of money. They wasn't releasing the money. People were still waiting on checks in North Carolina.
Okay, and that's true. But so the funds were released. Right? Now, once it gets released, sometimes there are people that don't do right. I'm not saying it's not corruption or anything of that nature. What I'm saying is have the shit available. So now, if I'm Trump, or if I'm someone in Trump's administration, and this is my department, right? Okay, you ain't finna have a shit. You ain't finna have nothing to say about me. I'm finna release these funds, and as soon as we have a North Carolina situation, you see right here. Now I released these funds on Friday, and it is now Tuesday, and ain't nobody getting no funds. Ain't no, you understand what I'm saying? I'm going down there. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, this man, you was head of the emergency program in this county. Why aren't you doing it? I'm going to hold you accountable. So now I have more of a reason. Understand? I have a higher ground to stand on. I have a bigger soapbox to say, look at the deep state. I did my job, but look at the deep state. But now,
listen,
it just looks like you messing up.
Did you hear, back when the hurricane hit in Florida, right? You remember the hurricanes that just hit in Florida like around election time?
Okay, yeah, I know.
So we did the
election, yeah.
Right, we did the we was just over here. We did a watch party on the hurricanes and shit. And we went and looked it up, and they got the Weather Manipulation Act of like 1976, I believe. You had seen Trump talking about it this week after the Texas floods?
No, I didn't see that.
He said, yeah, the government does. You know what I'm saying? He says the government definitely does mess with the weather, but we had already talked about that a while back because
wait. No, I heard I didn't hear Trump say that. I heard Marjorie Taylor Greene say that.
Well, yeah, Trump addressed it you know what I'm saying? Trump addressed it after the Texas floods. He did say the government does manipulate the weather, or something along those lines. Not verbatim, but something along those lines.
How do you manipulate
cloud seeding? You know, you've seen they do it in Dubai all the time. Cloud seeding to make it rain, and that's just one form of weather manipulation. Cloud seeding is the most basic example I can give of it.
Oh, there's some new shit. Hold on.
Yeah, they put certain gas in the air, and it causes, the clouds to form and the precipitation to fall. So it's called cloud seeding. Cloud seeding.
But isn't that so when you have a power plant, and the power plant is whatever it's doing, making whatever it's making, and like electricity or coals, whatever the case may be, and it's entering our atmosphere. That is not. I mean, granted, okay, technically it's man.
This is what it say. Let me give you some background. It says cloud seeding is a type of weather modification that aims to change the amount or type of precipitation, mitigate hail, or disperse fog. So it can make it fog, hail, or rain. They can do that on command.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something new to me.
They've been doing this since 1976. The Weather Manipulation Act of 1976 states that me and you can manipulate the weather. We don't even have to ask, can we manipulate the weather? We just have to put in a request 10 days in advance. Not a request. We just have to, what is it called? It's not a request. We just got to let them know. Basically, we just got to tell them, like, hey, look, I'm finna be fucking with the weather in about 10 days. And shit, it's good to go.
That reminds me of that movie,
Here you go.
with Gerard Butler.
I'm pulling it up right here. Here you go. Weather Manipulation Act. Here you go. The United States, the National Weather Modification Policy Act of 1976 was enacted to authorize and direct Secretary of Commerce to develop a national policy on weather modification. This act aimed to conduct a comprehensive study of the state of scientific knowledge concerning weather modification and weather modification technology, and prepare and submit a final report on the findings and conclusions of such study, including a recommended national policy on weather modification. Additionally, the Weather Modification Reporting Act of 1972 requires that all persons who conduct weather modification activities within the United States or its territories report such activities to the U.S. Secretary of Commerce at least 10 days prior and after the undertaking of these activities. Failure to report can result into fines of up to $10,000. So you just got to let them know 10 days before and 10 days after. It didn't say you got to ask. It didn't say you got to submit a request. It said just tell us that you finna do this 10 days before and after. And you can do what the hell. You can make it hail. You can make it rain. You can make it fog. Do what you want to do.
But I guess what was the baseline for this? Like, was it because like certain? If that's the case, then why they don't do this like in places like Arizona when it's 112 degrees in the summertime and people are dying from heat strokes?
How do we know they don't?
Do this?
How do we know they don't?
Because they don't. There's no reporting of it.
We don't know. We gotta go to NOAA. Have we went to NOAA to see the reports? That's what I called for after the Texas flood. I said somebody need to check the NOAA and see if anybody was manipulating the weather around that time.
But on the other side of that, they're firing a lot of people. So what I'm saying is, who has time to do that when they're looking for jobs when they fired?
Listen,
a lot of people from NOAA and the NASA and the whole federal government has literally been cut in half.
They said it's been heavily defunded, but the thing about it is that if it was reported, it's got to be there. I'm pretty sure we can submit a request to NOAA and see that across the United States, somebody's manipulated the weather that's not government this year.
I want to see that. I would like to see you do that. I would like to see you actually call NOAA and see, because I don't believe people are just out here.
They doing it in Dubai. I don't understand why you think they can do it somewhere. Well, maybe you don't think that, but I know for sure there are people in Dubai that are on the internet right now saying, I want it to rain tomorrow, and they're cloud seeding, making it rain. There's guys on YouTube right now showing you how they can make it rain. I swear to God, it's a video on YouTube right now. You can watch a guy shoot this gas up into the air, and he's saying about 30 minutes it's gonna rain, and he goes and shows it start raining. They doing it right here, right now. It's YouTube videos showing you how to do it. Matter of fact, I'm finna pull it up and flip my camera. Hold on. cloud seeding machine. It's right there on the top of the YouTube search. 7 years ago. This is from 7 years ago. Fair use. I'm going to cut the volume off.
Hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself.
That's the machine. Let me back up some so y'all can see it a little bit.
But what I'm saying is,
Look at that. That's what they put into the air right there. And that's what's going to make it rain. They doing it right there. I'm just letting you know that the shit going on. The shit going on. And this was 7 years ago, so I'm sure all the shit done got smaller and everything. They probably done made it compact and everything by now. That was 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That was before we was anywhere near where we are in with technology publicly. They had that shit in the public on YouTube then. You got to think, man, they had the Weather Manipulation Act out since 1972. You had to tell them 10 days before or after. So that means people's been able to do this shit for over 50 years.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, in a place like Dubai, let's say they are doing it. Let's say I give you that. They are doing it. Or whatever the case may be, to a certain extent, because it's not like on a mass scale. But let's say they are in a place like Dubai trying to make it rain. Understand, because it's a desert. See? But why would you do that to cause a flood in Texas? Or it don't make sense.
I'm not saying I can't give you a reason why. People, the same reason they say that one guy started the damn wildfires in Cali, I guess, because they can. People do a lot of shit just because they can. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm not saying that the weather was manipulated to cause the flood in Texas. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if it were to happen, there's not much explanation needed. Sometimes people don't need a reason. Sometimes people just do shit because they can.
But then here's what I'm saying. Let's go further. If you can manipulate the weather, and like I say, once you see it in a Hollywood movie, you know that it could be potentially on the way or is already here. Like that Geostorm movie with Gerard Butler. If you haven't seen it, it's a good movie to watch. They was able to, and that's what I'm getting my point to. If that's the case, why not use it to stop natural disasters? Why cause a natural disaster? And in that movie Geostorm, they literally put like these satellites all around the world, and as soon as like ice storm breaks out or a tornado is coming, they're able to shoot something into that system or whatever that cause it to disapparates and not go further. You know what I'm saying? So if a tsunami hits, they're able to do something that causes it to stop. So why not use it for good? Why use it for bad in the flood, if that's the case?
Hey, man, I'm just telling you that if sometimes you don't need a reason, sometimes the reason is stranger than fiction.
It could be.
We can go into maybe they just wanted a disaster. We can go into insurance. We can go into energy harvesting. We can go into whichever way. I mean, we can have a million theories, but I honestly don't know. I can't tell you why. And I can tell you what I can give you an idea on why I think they wouldn't use it for good. Is because once they start using it for good publicly, everything bad that happens is going to be blamed on them. There will be no more natural disasters. Once the government comes out openly using the weather to help stop situations, they will thus then be blamed for every quote unquote natural disaster thereafter.
Well,
but yeah, caller, I appreciate you for calling in. I'm gonna move on to the next caller, man. I hope you subscribe to the channel, man, and call back in.
Yes, sir, will do.
All right, now. Appreciate that caller. We had a pretty good conversation, man. I'm gonna open the call lines back up. The call lines are Now back open. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. Let's get the 200 likes right quick, man. We're about 21 likes away from 200. Let's run the 200 likes right quick. If you're not a freeloading American, like the video. Like the video. Yeah, you say cloud seeding is only about 15 to 20% sex rate. I mean success rate. I believe you, but I feel like the government can do what they want, man. I feel like by now, you know what I'm saying, we're at a point to where they can do whatever the hell they want, man. If they want, maybe it's not 100% success rate, but they ain't running out of the machines. If they got a 50% success rate and they got 10 machines, hell, 5 of them gonna go off. 5 of them gonna go off. So we talking about somebody who got a money printer. We talking about somebody who got a real money printer. So what if they got 100 of them and 50, and it's a 50% success, or 15 to 20% success rate, and they got 1,000 of them? Shit, that's 150, 200 of them going on anywhere in the world.
Interesting. My comment is that, are we going to see the Supreme Court national abortion? Do you think they will?
Do I think they'll reverse the abortion stance right now?
Right. In other words, what they would do is they'd make a federal law restricting or banning abortion. Many Republicans want that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that. The only reason I don't think they'll do that is because Trump was so steady on it going back to the states. He was like, that's what the American people want, even though you saying a lot of Republicans want it, but he was pretty strong on that stance, like Americans want it back in the states, just like with the education.
Yeah, but Trump can go back on his word. He didn't have to worry about being reelected.
What's up, Sly? The only reason I don't think Trump will federally ban abortions is because as much as Republicans are calling from it, they'll at least want to have somewhere to be able to get it done. I don't give a damn what they say. But you got to understand that some people are genuinely pro-life, but we're talking about billionaires. We talking about motherfuckers who got side chicks. We talking about millionaires. We talking about landlords that's fucking for rent. Like, let's be real here. Let's not sugarcoat it. This plug after dark. Man, they gonna want something. They won't be a total ban to where there's no plan B or no nothing. Hell no. They gonna keep it in the States. They can make it sound good, and it might be a good talking point on a total ban, but they not finna do a total damn ban on abortion. They want it in the States, man.
Related subject, Wisconsin State Supreme Court had an election last year, and there were actually 3 conservatives and 4 liberals on that court. It's a 7-person court. One of the liberal judges retired, and so there was a runoff between a conservative and a liberal. The liberal actually won it, but the conservative received quite a bit of money from Elon Musk. He wanted to swing the election to the conservative side, and if he had got in there at 4-3, they would have put in a very restrictive abortion law here in the state of Wisconsin. Just food for thought that sometimes money doesn't talk. The voters kind of rebelled against all the money that was behind the guy, and so that's kind of interesting.
I do think state by state that some states might become more restrictive, but I just don't see them putting a total ban on abortion unless our population was like dying. Unless our population was truly like dying out at a rate that where we wouldn't be sustainable, that would be the only way I would see that happening. I'm talking about like 100 people. I'm talking about like 20 babies being born to 100 deaths. Like, that's probably the only way they do it.
It was very interesting because it's hard to tell what's true and what's not true. There was a report. The state of Texas has a very restrictive abortion law. There was a report that the state of Texas, per capita, leads the nation in multiple teenage births. In other words, a teenager gives birth to a child and then gives birth to another child.
They putting them in the trash cans. They putting them in the trash cans.
So, I mean, the thing about it, when you look at it, I don't think anybody's for abortion. I mean, I'm not.
But I do feel very, very, very bad about government making rules about people's health and getting between them and their medical situations. And that's pretty much what's happening here. So you got to think about that, you know?
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll let you go now.
All right, caller. I appreciate you for calling in. I hope you subscribe to the channel and share this video out far and wide.
All right, you have a good one, man.
You as well. All right, I'm going to call that one caller back. I hope I don't get none of y'all in trouble calling back. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man, my name is Dorsey. I'm calling from L.A., California.
What's going on, Dorsey from LA? How you feeling about tonight's topics?
Pretty good, man. Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't aware, and a lot of people are kind of ignorant of what's going on, and they don't really see the bigger picture. They only see the little small issues, and they can't even comprehend the little small things, let alone get the big picture.
Okay.
What's happening is, ever since Project Paperclip, are you familiar with that?
I'm not. I'll pull it up right quick, but tell me about it.
Okay, Project Paperclip went right after World War II, where the United States brought in all those Nazi scientists and brought them to the United States. When they brought
Okay,
the scientists,
I got it right here. It says Project Paperclip. This is for the chat too, so they can be caught up to speed with us. Project Paperclip was a U.S. government program that brought German and Austrian scientists, engineers, and technicians to the United States after World War II to exploit their knowledge for military and industrial purposes. Initially called Project Overcast, it was later renamed the Project Paperclip. The program aimed to secure advanced German technology and prevent it from falling into the hands of the Soviet Union. During the early Cold War, the program began in 1945 with the goal of bringing these experts to the U.S. for 6 months to a year to help in the war against Japan. However, after Japan surrendered, the program continued, focusing on long-term benefit for the U.S. The U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff created a special subcommittee, the Joint Intelligence Objective Agency, to oversee the acquisition of German information and personnel. Approximately 1,500 German and Austrian professionals and their families were relocated to the United States, with many eventually becoming U.S. citizens. Notable figures include Dr. Werner von Braun, who led the V-2 ballistic missile group, later played a key role in the U.S. space program. However, many of these scientists had Nazi records, and their past were often downplayed or concealed to secure their expertise for the U.S. military and technological advancement. The program officially lasted until 1947, but similar efforts continued until 1962. The moral implications of the program, including the integration of individuals with potential war crimes, have been widely debated. The U.S. government faced criticism for its decision to recruit these scientists, as some have been involved in the Nazi regime and its atrocities. Despite these controversies, Project Paperclip contributed significantly to American technological and military advancements, particularly in rocketry and space exploration. The program's legacy remains a complex and controversial chapter in U.S. history.
okay, so starting in 1945, they brought these war criminals, because that's what they were. They brought them to the United States, and these people never changed their philosophy or their outlook. They just were exempted. Okay, they never was held on trial. They were never held accountable for the atrocities that they did. Von Braun, he basically used slaves to build his rockets and so forth, exposed them to all kind of chemicals, all kind of industrial dangers and so forth. And then also the United States, they don't want to admit it, but they also brought Nazi prostitutes to keep the scientists happy. And the reason I know this is because I dated a girl, her name was Silka Sonalen, and her mom came along as a hooker for the scientists. I mean, that's the way they got down back then. Her mom then worked for one of the scientists. They then moved to San Francisco, and then her mom got a contract with the city to be one of to do health testing for STDs. it goes back, but I'm kind of getting off the subject. But what's happening is when those Nazi scientists came, they gave America an idea of that, look, if you guys don't do something about the minorities and their birth rates, then the white man is not going to be on Earth past the year 2050. So then the United States, along with Western Europe, decided to start getting rid of minorities. And at first they started with the Asians. And the United States said, well, you know what, we kill two birds with one stone. So then they said, well, you know what, black men are able to go into combat and they can fight for the United States. So guess who they sent? Take young black men, fresh out of high school, in the draft, and start sending them over there to kill other minorities. Now, these young black men, when they were trying to go ahead and get jobs and so forth, they were denied jobs, and they were forced to go into the service. So, and there's a book called The Fourth Reich. I read it a long time ago, and I passed it on to my son to let him read it. Basically, what it gives is the formula, what they use in order to overcome America. Basically, what they did was infiltrate it. Now, there's a funny thing if you use the word Reich, R-E-I-C-H, two meanings. When it's in the lesser form, there's a small r, it means to rule, okay? When you go ahead and use a capital R, it means rule of the rich. Two different meanings and so forth. So right now we are looking at the right. The millionaires and the billionaires are the ones who are in control of government, and they're ruling the lower class of people. So whether you're an immigrant, they're going to use you as a servant, indentured servant, because basically that's what they did to the immigrants. They just didn't tell them how long their contract was. So they let them come here. Well, let's say 40 years ago. They let them come across, and Ronald Reagan was the person who started that program. Okay? Ronald Reagan, when he was governor of California, allowed Mexicans to come over the border, and he gave them all kind of welfare. That's where the word welfare queen came from. He was giving the Mexicans all kind of food stamps, all kind of GR, housing, and everything. And that was to undermine the black population in Los Angeles. Okay. When Reagan came in, then he gave amnesty to the ones he had already let cross the border. Then he brought in the El Salvadorians, and then you know what they said about them being gangbangers and all that. But what it basically boiled down to is the government has always been against the black community. And they can say, well, they've done nothing for the black community but caused us harm. First of all, they broke up our families. They sent our young men over to go and fight in wars, so then when they come back, they're psychologically and physically, let's say, disabled. Then when they got back to the United States, there was no jobs. Even though they were veterans, and many of them had honorable discharges, they still weren't able to get the VA programs for housing, education, and so forth. But many of the white veterans got all the benefits, even the little ones that were druggies. They went out of their way to try to get them rehabilitated, but they did nothing for the blacks. Even if most of them weren't even druggies, all they were looking for was a chance to get back to normal and have families. And this was undermined by the United States government. And if you look at it, and now that you have this point of view, if you look at it from the 80s, the 90s, 2000, each decade, you've seen that the whites have tried to destroy the black community. They tried it with crack, and we know that Bill Clinton did the investigation, and it said that the FBI was the CIA was dropping off guns and cocaine into the black neighborhoods. Even gave them the formula for crack.
No men in the house on assistance.
Huh?
No
Then
men in the house
also,
on assistant. They incentivize the women to lead the men.
yes, they did. Yes, they did. Then in the 90s, guess what? Mass incarceration. That was led by Biden and Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton called us super predators. Okay? Now, everybody was in the dope game, but we were the one that was labeled as the monsters. Even though the Latins was in the game, even though the white boys was in the game, they was killing people too. That's who the ones they pinned all the murders on. Black people. Okay? So then, in the 90s, we had
One
that.
second, caller. You cooking, but let me get a plug. Let me get a plug out there. Everybody double tap the screen and share the live out. I need everybody to double tap the screen, share the live out. We are 5 likes away from 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes right quick, man. Caller, they saying thank you. There's a few people in the chat are saying thank you for this. We need to get to 200 likes, man. If he dropping knowledge, man.
To the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube, man.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Okay, caller. I'm gonna let you finish that up, but the chat is asking you a few questions, and I got a couple hot takes for you before we get the next caller. But I want you to finish what you're saying. Okay, the chat's asking your opinions on Ukraine.
On Ukraine?
Correct.
Okay. First of all, Ukraine is the Soviet Union. Okay. They broke away from the former Soviet Union, and they're Russians. And they were serfs to the Russians almost 300 years ago. See, everybody back in Europe used to be slaves to somebody else. They had a different word for indentured servants, serfs, with a peasant. But if people look at the Russian Revolution, it was in 1917, they saw that the Tsar, which was the king of Russia, had enslaved every country, Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. They had already had those people being their servants. So when the Ukrainians broke away from the Soviet Union and they established their own country, well, the Russians was like, not so fast. You still are servants. And the Ukraine said, no, we're not. And so they fought them off. This present point is basically down to it because look how they're kidnapping their kids and taking their identity. Over 70,000 Ukrainian kids are in Russia now.
Allegedly.
They're being brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I just said allegedly for the channel. Some people get a little,
okay,
butt hurt about stuff like that.
So they never changed, and I'm not saying that. Let's just say the rich are the ones who take people's kids. Okay. We also have the Epstein files.
Correct.
Something really.
Let's talk about it.
Something kind of. Yeah, Trump did it. He knew that dude for way back then, man. And at that time, you got to remember, most of the states, the legal age to marry was 14, 15. West Virginia, Kentucky, and so forth. Only as the decades went along in feminism did the age of consent move up to 18.
So how do you feel about the left being involved? It's quite a few notable figures from the left that they say are involved as well. Do you think it's,
Is Bill Clinton in there? Bill Clinton in there?
Allegedly.
Kennedy in there?
Allegedly.
Kennedy?
Allegedly. We're going to say this, though. This is what I'm going to say. I'm on record saying that the only person other than, the American people and justice being served, the only politician, quote unquote, even though he's not a politician yet, that benefits is Elon. If these truly come out, the right will burn to the ground, the left will burn to the ground. And Elon's talking about starting this American party. Mark Cuban's already been vocal about joining up with him with the American party.
Well, first of all, Elon is African American?
Correct. He can't run for president, but he can put Mark Cuban up. He can put the money behind Mark Cuban.
Yeah, but see, one thing about white folks, they particular about who they let into the club.
you got to understand this too. I don't know if Elon will go for it. Mark Cuban already came out and said, hey, he'll be interested in getting there. Kamala asked Mark Cuban to be her running mate or to apply. Now, I can't say that she asked him to be the chat to get on my ass. Oh, that's not true. She asked him to apply to be her running mate. She was vetting him to be a running mate. He said that he didn't feel like he would be a good number 2. So what does that imply? Shit, he used to run and shit. Elon can't run for president. Mark Cuban is saying, shit, I get with you, Elon.
See, one thing we got to, I mean, that's a reality. White folks just don't let. Now, when I say white folks, I mean white supremacists, okay? And white supremacists only like homegrown heroes. They do not like outsiders, okay? And with Elon Musk doing some of the things, you know, he kind of stabbed Trump in the back by bringing this stuff out. Hey, they only loyal to one man, and that's Donald Trump. That's their God. That's the man they worship.
Correct, but what I'm saying is if these Epstein files come out and both parties burn to the ground, I feel like the playing field will look a lot different. I mean, I guess we can agree to disagree, but I'm telling you, if it goes as deep as every person that really thinks about it thinks, if they're saying these people that have been named, if that matter of fact, I'm gonna say it like this: y'all remember that list that quote unquote came out back in 2021 or whatever? If everybody on that list is on there and some, man, both parties is gonna burn to the fucking ground. And Elon's playing field gonna look a lot different, especially if he links with somebody notable, somebody like that. I ain't gonna just say Mark Cuban. Only reason I say Mark Cuban is because he really doesn't have any fuck ups politically. You know what I'm saying? Elon will probably want to get somebody with a clean slate that he can kind of mold.
My thing is, all the right has to do. Let's say the right, okay? Let's go find some dude in Nebraska, Colorado, 45 years old, with a wife and kids, and then they're going to push him. Because it really comes down to the campaign money, right? And basically, America is very immature when it comes to politics because we treat politics like it's a high school popularity contest. We have yet to really choose a president since the 1960s that really was going to do something for America.
Who the hell was that?
Huh?
Who the hell was that?
The last person who really wanted to do something for America was Jimmy Carter, and they didn't even want the man.
Jimmy Carter? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I know. I just know you're not talking about this guy. I just know you're not talking about this guy.
Jimmy Carter had a domestic issue. He didn't have a foreign plan. His foreign plan was to stay out of wars. We didn't go to war with Iraq when the hostages. See, we had just got out of Vietnam. We had just got over Watergate. And Jimmy Carter was like, well, look, let's deal with the domestic issues of America. Let's get people back to work. Let's make sure we get get our children educated and so forth. Now, when Jimmy Carter was in office, blacks were attending college at a high rate. Okay? When Ronald Reagan came, he cut all funding for higher education.
Okay.
I was going to a HBCU, Jackson State University, 1978. I was getting $7,000 per semester, federal grants and state grants. Ronald Reagan cut all of that off. When all that happened, a lot of my friends had to stop going to school and they started going to work, lower class jobs. They've been doing this. Now they said, oh, everybody can go to college, but guess how much debt you incur when you try to go to college?
Is that the president's fault?
And yes, it is. Leadership start at the top, from the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. If we have the same leadership who can give Venezuelans thousands of dollars and they get to kick it at 4 seasons and all that, and see that was a rip off to the American public right there, because what really happened was after COVID, during COVID, none of the hotels had, even the major hotels, none of them had any income, and they was about to go bankrupt. So then what the Democrats did, because the Democrats usually has the larger cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, they then got together and said, you know what? We're going to bail out the hotels, but we're going to make it look like we're doing a favor to the people. So we're going to say we gave the rooms to the immigrants. Well, how come y'all didn't do the same thing for Hotel 6? Because my thought was, well, the immigrants deserve to be in Motel 6 and so forth. And what's the other one? The little knick-knack hotels and motels. Why do y'all going to put them in the $400 a night rooms and so forth? That sounded kind of... Then on top of that, they gave them $5,000 as far as cards to buy items in that neighborhood. You know, it's not like those people were going to go 2 miles away to buy. No, they were going to go down in the lobby and buy them polo and all the things. So that was just a ripoff for the tax dollars. And the mayor of Chicago was in it, the mayor of New York, Philly, Los Angeles. I'm here in Los Angeles, and we got Karen Bass.
So isn't Gavin Newsom finna give y'all some money out there?
Man, Gavin Newsom playing, man.
I thought Gavin Newsom said he finna send y'all a rag daddy.
No, man, that's, you know, it's like this. When you want your kids to act right, you tell them like, well, I was gonna take y'all shopping, but since y'all don't want to act right, I guess, and then the kids gonna act right? And then they're gonna forget all about what you had promised them. And that's what Gavin Newsom. At first, I thought the dude was gonna be somebody who was upright, but he playing games because you gotta understand. He used to sleep with what's her name? The girl who used to be Trump's son's girlfriend.
I don't know who he was fucking on. Sleeping
Gabbard,
with.
her name was Gabbard Gifford or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and then she left him to go becomes Trump's son, the oldest boy. Yeah, to be his girlfriend. So if he picking them type of sluts,
allegedly, whoa, whoa, caller. Listen, man, we trying to keep this family.
Hey, come on, man. I mean, come on now. They want to call everybody else 304s. How come we can't call them the 304s like they are?
Listen, man.
That's the problem with what I'm not saying. Okay, this is my problem with intelligent people.
Listen, I'm just not trying to get my channel demonetized. You know, so that's all I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's
okay,
all, you know.
but,
All right, listen, your personal opinion,
that.
I don't care what the hell you feel like she is here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to, you know, keep these super chats and these memberships rolling.
Right. But my whole thing is, how come when we do something, it's always done in a negative light, but when the persons of the opposite, let's just say, the ruling class, oh, she's an open spirit and she's modern and this and that. No, a 304 is a 304, no matter what color they is. A 304 is a 304. A lot of people was like, well, you being judgmental. Well, let me tell you this. If you ain't married before you had sex, then you're a 304. That go for men, women, whoever it is. That's it. You got to wear it.
Hey,
in the butt with it. Your choice.
Right. Another thing I was going to ask you, how do you feel about the Autopen?
That's been used for almost 2 decades. If they really wanted to bring up charges and so forth about the Autopen, then they're going to have to go all the way back to Ronald Reagan when he was going crazy. Remember how when in his last days?
Nah, man, listen, listen, Bill Clinton was in office when I was born. I'm just going to keep it real with you.
Okay.
So when I was born, Clinton was just coming in office.
Okay, well, when I was born, Kennedy was just coming into office.
Okay.
So I'm giving you the opinion of a man who's seen, 6 decades of this nonsense going on?
Mm-hmm.
And when I came through, guess what? We were talking about integration, and we was talking about being there, and you know what? 60 years later, the people ain't changed. The ruling class has not changed at all.
Hold on, caller. Alyssa came in my chat talking about where the niggas at. Alyssa, you act like you don't see me sitting right here looking all brown skin in this damn camera talking about this politics shit. The hell is wrong with you, Alyssa? Come in here correct, girl. Take your shoes off, sit down. Lala got some plain lays for you. Go ahead, Carla.
But, well, for Alyssa, first of all, Alyssa, that don't really sound like no black woman's name, none I know. I ain't never known no black Alyssa. Maybe it's a new generation. Maybe y'all changing y'all kids' name. But when she come with that, that tells me that's an ignorant person of low class, because she could have came as, where's the black men at? Why she had to use that derogatory term? Now, we supposed to be on a highbrow show. We supposed to be intelligent people talking about real issues, and here she come with that nonsense.
Yeah, I let her slide because, you know, this is an entertainment channel as well, and this plug after dark. After 11 o'clock, I tell them to put them damn kids up, you know, so I let her slide. But you is right. She could have came correct, but I was going to let her slide because, you know, it's plug after dark.
I mean, the black man has always been an intellectual, okay? When we're among ourselves, we talk. We talk about a variety of subjects, sports, science. We talk about a gang of different things. That's why white people always try to ear hustle what we talking about. Notice we can sit up and be talking among ourselves, and next thing you know, they want to try to ease over and get in our conversation and find what you boys talking about. See, that's what they used to say back in the day. What you boys over here talking
listen,
about?
Man. Everybody a little nosy, man. Look, everybody a little nosy, man. But hey, man, motherfuckers do be nosy, man. A lot of
he nosy, homie. They ear hustle like a mug. You know why they ear hustle? Because they trying to gauge how more advanced we've been. So you gotta understand.
Maybe they just want the flavor, man. Maybe they just want to know how to put that shit on, as they call it, man. They just want to know how to put that shit on, man.
Let me ask you something, bro.
Hold on, before you ask this question, let me plug my channel, man. Everybody double tap the screen. We need about, we 13 likes away from 225. Let's run to 225 likes right quick, man. We do got super chats available to support the channel, and we do have memberships. Once you become a member, you get access to 250 past live streams. All of them are bangers, I promise you. Debates, arguments, real topics, you know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. Go ahead, Carla.
I'm going to leave y'all with this little part of information. Who is the largest employer of black graduates, black men? Who's the largest employer?
Shit, I wouldn't know. Walmart?
NFL, NBA. Think about it. Everybody who's in the NFL.
Okay, do you mean like, are you talking about like that work, like not just the players, but just work there too, like the employees, the coaches, and the staff?
The whole NFL.
Okay. Like the trainers and shit. Okay, yeah, okay. If you saying some shit like that.
You gotta go to school to be a physical therapist, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying.
So all these educated black men have to sign a contract where they don't have no opinion. So out of the 1,000, think about it, bro. Year after year after year after year. So we talk about decades of the most educated black men, even though they're professional athletes, every one of them went to a 4-year university. Okay? Out of all these people, ain't none of them ever had, except for Kaepernick. Kaepernick, the only one who stood up and said, hey, this ain't right. And they shut down everybody else's opinion. Now, we have to realize
but
that,
you got to think, man. Listen, you got to think, man, that Kaepernick shit was cool, but you got to look. Soon as Jay-Z came in and said, y'all niggas stand up, what did everybody do?
Hey, I don't know, because I ain't watched the NFL game.
Jay-Z came in. Right. That's when they gave Jay-Z. They gave Jay-Z the NFL the halftime deal, man, and niggas stopped taking these, man. Once Jay-Z came and said, y'all niggas get right, Jay-Z told niggas to get right, and niggas got it together, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat.
Can I say something?
What?
I never had no respect for no drug dealers, because how are you gonna poison your own people?
Hey,
how you gonna do that? Kids. then not only are you poisoning them, then you're going to go ahead and start shooting up the neighborhood over nonsense. I have no respect for them. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. That's not what, because understand this, I am what we call a black man, or now they changed it to FDA, meaning a foundational black. Check this out, man. When I was coming up, we had respect for women. They were our moms and our sisters, okay? Then women didn't learn how to respect. When women started disrespecting themselves, men was like, well, ain't nothing I can tell her. Can't tell her to put on clothes when she go out and to dress like a lady rather than like a hoochie mama. You see what I'm saying? So it took us what?
But you know how women
years
get, listen, nowadays, after the feminism movement, we just gonna keep it real. After feminism, it's like shit. If you tell a woman to cover herself, you emotionally insecure. You insecure. You're one of those
Man, they
men.
ain't
You're
trying
the
to hear that.
problem.
They ain't
I
trying to hear that
promise you, man.
old.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that that's the narrative. And then what else? What did they say? Oh, men need to open up more. Men need to stop being like that. Now, when you see men opening it up, trying to stand on business and saying this and that, what do they say? Oh, y'all sassy. You need too much. You want
But
too
see,
much.
that's the whole thing. I mean, bro, this goes back to the Bible, bro. Okay, let's go. I mean, check this out. Women have always messed up a good thing. They always mess up
We
a
ain't
good thing
bashing the
because they want.
women. We ain't gonna bash the women now. I'm just saying that that's the narrative.
Check this out. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just telling the truth. Okay, so let me ask you this: for these weak, violent, hypersensitive young men that they claim that these men are,
Not
who
sponsored.
raised them? Who was their mamas?
Not sponsored.
Who was their mamas? If the daddy wasn't there, who taught them this conduct? And then I'm gonna put it to
TV,
you
I'm gonna
another
keep it
way.
real with you. Listen, I'm not even gonna blame the mama 100% because in this world, we gotta be real. Let's look at it. Let's not sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? You got bills to pay. You got kids to feed. You got car notes. You got insurance. They already saying the average teacher in Texas cannot afford a 2-bedroom apartment. So where is these kids going while these parents are working and having overtime? These kids is going to school, and from school they going to the boys club, but they going to daycare. When their parents do pick them up, the parents got them for like an hour. The kids gonna get in the bath and they getting ready to go to school. So who's raising the kids for real? School and the TV. Let's not sugarcoat it.
That's where we went wrong, because it used to be our grandparents used to be part of the babysitting crew. To leave our kids with just anybody. It was only family. Okay? I was when I got out of school, hey, guess what? One of my aunts or one of my cousins came and picked me up, and they made sure that I had something to eat, and they made sure I did my homework when my family came home. Okay? We got to stop outsourcing our family legacies. We keep on letting everybody else tell us how to raise our families, but we the ones who have to deal with the issues.
Caller, the only way that works is with the tribe. Now, don't get me wrong. Right now in my position, I got a tribe, but my tribe is far away. You know what I'm saying? In order for my co-parenting situation to work, shit, I couldn't do it from 500-600 miles away from home. So shit, I moved. You know what I'm saying? Now I get my kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very active with my y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? Every day. But at the same time, it's like, if I didn't have a community, if y'all didn't show up and support me, and if I didn't, have my part-time job as well, like I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I work part-time and then I come here and do this so I can be with my kids. If I went and got a full-time job, like my kids are about to start school, I would probably be in that cycle. Well, not really, because I prepared myself a little bit. I got a degree and I got, another certification that I got. I just completed I just got off papers and I get my record seal next Friday. So I am going to be in a lot better position than I was prior to catching my charges or whatever. I did 13 years of papers. But a lot of people aren't in that position. A lot of people aren't kind of visionaries to try to get into that position. So now I know I can go get in a job to where I could, work Monday through Friday, be home to be with the kids a little bit more once I get my record sealed. But a lot of people are single mothers. A lot of men have, charges, or a lot of men are getting jobs that where shit, they got to pick up the overtime. They got to catch that extra shift because of the economy, because of inflation, because of the money printer that went on all through the 2021 and 2022.
Okay, I understand that. But how much of a percentage is that? Is that 30%, 50%?
They said most Americans don't have $1,000 cash reserves.
And that's a damn shame.
So take that out of 330, let's say 330 million Americans, majority doesn't have $1,000 cash reserve. So over 150 million Americans is in that position.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You live in Texas, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm sure, what city? Dallas, Houston?
I'm in Central Texas.
Okay, Central Texas. Okay, so you're more like Austin, some place like that?
Correct.
Okay, so let me ask you, how many houses in your town is valued at $45,000?
I would assume none. But I'm from Arkansas, and my town that I'm from is a whole lot.
Okay, so let me ask you, in Arkansas, let's just do Arkansas then.
Correct.
How many houses in Arkansas that's like $45,000 or less?
Depending, in Arkansas, there'll probably be a lot. Arkansas has one of the lowest cost of living in the United States. I think more people moved to Arkansas over the last year than a lot. Arkansas is in like the top 10 states people moved to over the recent years.
So I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Okay. Virtually in Jackson, Mississippi, houses going for $5,000. Yeah, they need fixing up. You got your land. But why is it that we can't go back into our neighborhoods and fix them up? Why we allow white folks to come, called gentrification, right?
Because it's a lack of understanding. Listen, because I can tell you what. And this is a reason. I have other channels. I don't promote my other channels on here because I want my algorithms to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? But I do other channels and other platforms. And I've noticed that it's the algorithm, because the algorithm is going to recommend you to people that kind of look like you. Now, when we're talking about viral topics, it's a little different. But when you're making videos like that, the algorithm is going to recommend you to people who look like you. That's just what it is. Once you cam up on these platforms, they get like a 24-point facial recognition. They know exactly how you look. They know exactly what age group you're in. They know exactly what, demographic you are. So they're going to promote you because these platforms are in the business of selling ads, right? And data. Yes. If we're honest. So in order for them to effectively promote the ad, they have to get it in the hands of the right people. So people are going to be more subjective to go and trust people that they identify with. Subconsciously, they're going to identify with people in their culture. So that's why you see the Asian channels that are doing credit or real estate or whatever, they blow up in their community. The white people that do the same thing, they blow up in their community. The black creators that do that have a struggle because black people want to watch drama. They don't want to learn that shit. They want to watch drama. Now, you got channels like Earn Your Leisure and other bigger platforms that do well, but they caught the pandemic. They caught it when everybody was in the damn house. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Right. Now, this is something a little bit off subject. I got at least a half a dozen friends took that PPP loan, and now they caught up. Now, from what they're telling me, they really did not want to get the loan. It was suggested to them by the person who did their taxes. And everybody who, from what my understanding is, everybody who was involved with that person who was doing their taxes, that person was the main one going to jail. Now they're having to go back. I think one friend has $80,000 PPP loan, another $100,000, and now they're kind of nervous. They're like, man, did I And some of them had legitimate businesses and some, you know, monkey business. So, but see, this is the thing. We got to stop thinking about getting rich quick.
Oh yeah, back to that. While we on the topic, before I get you off, when you were saying why not go buy the land, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of people don't have that literacy, and I was saying all of that to say the channels, that the way the algorithm works, is not really gonna promote it to our people, because our people would rather watch other kind of shit. Just being honest. But they don't understand. Listen, they don't understand that you could buy that parcel of land, or that you could buy that $5,000 house, put $25K into it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get it assessed at 100. You know, do a cash out refi, put that into another parcel. Look online, maybe find you a double wide trailer that comes on the land for another 10,000. Pick that trailer or move it to the location you wanted to. Now you still got that land over there. You borrow against that land. People don't understand that they can go on relatively quickly if you know the right locations to look. Those communities like the one Boosie got, yeah, you might not be living in the city, but you can buy your parcel of land and you can start building right there. Take that one house, make it the main house for right now that you live out of while you building your shit. Now you got your community. Now you go dig out your big ass pond out there and you stock that motherfucker in 2 years time. You pulling out 55, 56 catfish every time you go live.
But bro, that's what our ancestors did. You think that once they did Reconstruction and all that, you know, went back after the Civil War, and they were saying, see, one thing they lied to us. They didn't tell us that almost 400,000 blacks received land. It's given to us.
Yeah,
and
the
over doing
400,000 acres.
Reconstruction and Jim Crow, these white people killed us and took the land back.
Correct. But I appreciate you for calling in. I am gonna move on to the next caller, man.
I'm subscribing to you. I'm finna hit the like. I'm finna do everything.
Man, I appreciate
hey, man,
you.
keep up the good work. We need people like you who are willing to ask those questions and will allow people to give their opinion what they think, because it has to be a group effort. I go buy a piece of land, and then another person go buy a piece of land. Eventually, we're all going to be landowners. I don't care how much the property is. I don't care if it's only $2,000. To every man out there, you need your own land. That's what America was based off of, land ownership. That's why we don't get no respect. We think that a vote is citizenship. No, ownership of land is citizenship. That's all I got to say. But hey, man, thank you so much. God bless you, and may God put a hedge of protection around you and yours, okay?
All right, man. You as well. Be sure to share this video out far and wide for me.
Oh, yeah, I most definitely will. Hey,
Appreciate
God bless you, man.
You as well. God bless you. God bless you, caller. God bless you, caller. I thought I was going to press one. Let me open up the call lines. All right, the call lines are now open. We are still talking about the Obama, Epstein, Autopen, Schiff, Samantha Power stuff, but we talking about life too. We are talking. What's going on, caller? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Kansas.
What's going on, Kansas?
Nothing much. I just wanted to share a little thing with the chat. Have you ever heard of Gematrix?
I have not.
Gematrix, it's called Gematria. Basically, what it is.
I've heard of Gematria. I just haven't heard it called Gematrix.
Yeah.
So, we got a guy on the channel named Oculus. He comes and does the numbers for us from time to time.
Numerology, basically. So, you know, this thing about Obama, the Diddy scandal, right? If you put in to the Gematrix.org calculator, Obama getting his freak off, it has the same exact value as his full name, Barack Hussein Obama.
If you put in Obama freak off,
Obama getting his freak off, yeah.
Who the fuck searched that to see it matched up to his name, man? It's crazy. Or come on, man. I'm not finna type that in, man. Hell nah, man. Somebody said I heard about that.
Yeah, so those freak off parties, Obama getting his freak off, apparently means Barack Hussein Obama in numerology. That's the same value.
Callers, I got it on Do Not Disturb right now. I'm gonna open the call lines up after I get this caller off, so y'all don't keep hearing the phone ringing. I just put it on Do Not Disturb when I get a caller on the line. That's to make y'all have a better viewing experience. But yeah, this guy is saying it. Say it to the chat again. What do they need to go type in?
Obama getting his freak off.
Okay. All right, y'all. He's saying go type in that. But how you feeling about these topics tonight?
I mean, I think that more people should be aware of it. I think that pretty much the whole country knows, you know?
Okay. All right, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, caller. Well, look, man.
Sure.
Maybe in the Discord, maybe somebody search that up and put it in the Discord, man. We'll look in the Discord, see if they got it going on. But I appreciate you for calling in, caller. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and come back and see us.
All right. See you, man.
All right. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I'm finna call these callers, man.
What's up?
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
You called me.
Oh, well, yeah, this is my YouTube live, man. I had a missed call from you, so I called back.
Oh, no, my bad. All right.
He acted like I was trying to talk to his woman or something, man. You called me, dog. You called me, dog.
Oh.
What's going on? Hi, what's your name, caller? Where you calling from?
Karen.
What's up now?
Wisconsin. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Karen. How you feeling about tonight's topics?
What are tonight's topics? There's so many going around. We're jumping from land to freak-offs to I don't know what to talk about.
Tonight we are talking about we're talking about the nothing burger, the Epstein files. Trump is putting he put out Dick Durbin says that whistleblower hold on, let me find it. Dick Durbin says Dick Durbin is over the Senate Judiciary Committee. He said a whistleblower came forward and said Trump put out basically 1,000 people to go through 100,000 of the files related to Epstein, 100,000 pages, and to flag every time his name was mentioned. And he wants to know why was that done? He wants to know who else's name was flagged, if any, what was done with the files that were flagged, and all of those questions. So that's one topic. Another topic is Trump is going after Obama. They're calling they're saying Obama manufactured evidence to do a coup of the 2016 election, and they want treason for that. That's another topic. And the last topic is the Autopen.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on all that because, first of all, there's a lot of things that are in the past. However, we do need to be concerned about the past because, number one, the Autopen, that means what we all knew, that Biden was not coherent, especially last year of his office, of his service in office. We all know that, and now it's been confirmed. We need to be concerned about that, right? So that needs to be addressed big time because that is, so every document that was signed by the Autopen is not official. have to go back and look at each one of those and see which one was signed and look at them and reclassify everything. And go back and see which ones were made law. And
Hey, Chad, my son is sick, man. Hold on, I gotta go, y'all. My son is sick. I'll be back, Chad.